All right, there we go. Finally, we are live. Everything's working. Everything is good. How's everyone doing today? Last minute rush to try to get the sprites working in the game, try to get it set up for stream all at the same time, but we survived. We are here now live. Excellent. We already got some chat going. We got Coles, Annie, Yato, Link, Try, and new racer already in the chat. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Thank you for being early or on time, and I am late. I'm sorry about that. Someone hit your car, new racer? I'm sorry. That's rough luck, man. I hope it gets sorted out with as little headache as possible. Sure thing, Coles. You can do that. Hello, hello. Hey, Link. How you guys doing? Okay. Awesome. Everything looks like it's up and running. No vertical, of course, for these runs nowadays. It just makes everything run a little bit smoother. And tonight is going to be Machoke, a very odd middle evolution fighting type that's going to have some weird issues that we haven't faced yet in a playthrough, because we actually haven't done a solo run with a mono fighting type yet. You know the ROM hack Yato posted in the server, right? So one of my fake mon probably be in it. That's cool, Coles. It's really cool to have your fake mon make it into actual hacks. I love it. Yato wants to Charmander. Sounds good, Yato. We would need one more person to be Pidgey. I'm happy to give it a try for being a new viewer of the channel. I'm totally down to try wants to be an NHM pal today. There's Lily in the background. Try not to say her name too loud so she doesn't get all wound up. Okay. Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about Machoke and what is going to be interesting for tonight's run. Obviously, the typing being mono fighting is definitely a big mix-up for what we have done so far. Fighting is kind of one of the worst types in Gen 1, and the moves are awful. So that's a detriment more than anything. For base stats, Machoke has an 80 base HP, a 100 base attack, which is pretty good, especially for Gen 1, 70 base defense, 50 base special, and 45 base speed. So slow, not great special, pretty good defense, pretty good HP, not great. We kind of have some gaping weaknesses there. All right, Try will be the Pidgey. Sounds great. Okay, 4 moves. We start with Karate Chop, Low Kick, and Leer. Great set. Karate Chop has a high crit rate. We will not be critting all the time. I think we're going to be having like a 70 to 80% chance to crit with Karate Chop. I haven't done the math on it, but it'll be most likely to crit, but not super consistent because we are very slow. Then we don't get a new move by level up until we get Focus Energy at 36, which isn't helpful because Focus Energy just doesn't work in Gen 1. It just is broken, makes it a lower chance to crit rather than higher. And then besides that, we got Seismic Toss at level 44, but the TM is much earlier, so I don't see us learning that. And Submission is just a terrible move, so we're probably not even going to use Submission. The 80% accuracy and the recoil damage is just brutal for a solo run. For TMs, we have some pretty decent TMs like Mega Punch, Earthquake, and Dig. Very, very useful. Seismic Toss probably will see some use at some point or another. Body Slam is also a great option. And let's see. Maybe Mimic, but probably Rock Slide. I mean, is there use for Fire Blast? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It'd be neutral against Cloisters, and they have terrible special compared to defense. Unsure there. Submission is quite bad. Absolutely. It's quite terrible. Coles was saying, empty that fake mon who get it aren't the Morok line. Oh, it's not the Morok line? We'll have to share what it is then. If it is already locked in production, I'd love to know. Halen saying, hey, MT, I want to be one of the HM months, please. I think they're all called for today, Halen. Unfortunately, I think they've all been claimed already. Although we do need to come up with a great name for Machoke in the chat for this buff dude. Look at this guy. I actually really love the Sugimori art like I think this is the original Japanese art, or was this the international red and blue art? I don't know. Old Sugimori art just really is amazing. And this one specifically just has a vibe that Machoke doesn't get this cool of a stance or like a art style really ever again. He's kind of a goof most of the time. I really like this art style. Pretty cool. Okay, there will be 2 runs today, I'm assuming. I'm thinking that Brock is going to be pretty easy. Misty's going to be a headache, but not terrible. Hariyama. The watercolor art is just better than the digital stuff. Like, it's not even close. Absolutely any. The watercolor, and especially like some of the stylistic choices that they made in the early days that were just kind of for vibes and for fun, I really like. Like, I like the like really bodybuilder like vibes that he's giving rather than like weird like just posing. Hariyama would be a funny nickname. I think it should fit. If anybody else has any other names, put it in the chat as we get started here. Tried to Nuzlocke through all of beta testers and found round 2 of Red Fire. Wow, very nice. Try, thank you for playing through it. I would love to hear your thoughts in the Discord or in the chat as we get going. But I will try to pay attention to chat this first time around as closely as I can. Okay, let me bring everything up here. Because we'll be doing 2 playthroughs, meaning the first one is going to be a little bit of testing and figuring out what we want to do. I think we're going to probably be using Dig and Earthquake probably at different points in the game. That's definitely great. Rock Slide's really, really good. No reason not to use it. And then Body Slam's available. And the last slot up for interpretation could be... I mean, it could be a fighting move, honestly, though. If we go back to this, Body Slam, Rock Slide, Dig / Earthquake are kind of the best things we have, honestly. I really don't know. Maybe Rest or Mimic. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what feels necessary. We'll have to see what feels necessary. I don't know what's going to be in the last slot. Karate Chop, Low Kick, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. Not bad options. Not bad options. Karate Chop is not a guaranteed crit, though. Plasma. So I might go Body Slam over Karate Chop. Because I do like the possibility for a para. All right, here we go. Run number 1. All right, let's get into this. Oh, Try was commenting about Red Fire. Red Fire was pretty fun. The Nuzlocke was pretty easy because of the guaranteed encounters in base Fire Red, and they slam the league. Yeah, I don't know if you played the most recent patch, like the complete version, or one of the earlier patches. I know that I changed up the early game encounters quite a bit, which I thought was really fun, but I hope that it didn't throw off the feel of like the balance of the game too bad. I mean, it's not a terribly balanced game anyway, but you know. I hope it didn't like totally break stuff. Choker's pretty good too, Yato. Hariyama's still the first thing. Let's see if it fits. Hariyama, okay. It does look like it fits. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Machoke called Hariyama. Oh, I mean, the juice is, I mean, shout out to Yato. I mean, not Yato. It was Halen for the nickname suggestion. That was a really great suggestion. I mean, Chuck Norris is just the right answer, right? Nothing beats Chuck Norris. I can't quite fit. We do C Norris. The man himself. Let's do it. Chuck Norris. I'll just do Chuck, actually. I'm going back and forth way too much on this. Chuck. We'll go first name basis. Because that feels really fitting for a Machoke. Chuck. All right. We can just low kick. I will say Chuck Norris jokes. They are absolutely welcome. We got our little guy. Let's go. Let's go, Machoke. Okay, I don't think we're going to need a ton of help to deal with Brock. For those that don't know, low kick in Gen 1 actually did not scale with weight. That was not a mechanic that they really had any ability to put in at this point, or really any forethought to put in, is maybe a better way to say that. So low kick is just a set 50 base power. It's just that straightforward. I believe it has a chance to flinch, though, if I'm not mistaken, for Gen 1 specifically. So it's actually not a bad move. It may be the best fighting type move that most of these Pokemon can get Hitmonlee has some better ones, but Hitmonlee has very exclusive moves. Cole's with the classic joke. When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he doesn't push himself up. He pushes the earth down. That's a classic. I sent him the complete one for the red fire. Great. The complete red fire hack. Love that. Okay. 1 Pokeball for the Pidgey. We'll just get a full set of items. In theory, that should be enough. We'll see. We're kind of slow. I might want that 3rd antidote. We'll see how that goes. Calling fighting a type in Gen 1 is inaccurate. It was invented by Heracross in Gen 2. No, you see, Machoke was just too good of a concept. They had to nerf it, you know? Machoke was just too OP on its own. I don't see us having any major issues with Brock because of low kick, but we will still not immediately knock him out. I'm thinking that we need level 10 for Brock. Hey, Cosmic. How you doing? Good evening, fellow Pokemon people. How are we all this fine evening? Sorry, I've been so MIA, been very busy with TCG stuff, plus I've been sick too. Oh, Cosmic, I'm so sorry to hear that. No, I'm late, but let's enjoy. We're just barely getting started. I was also late today. The follower sprite was being a little booty hole. Actually, he was facing backwards in one of his animation frames, and it was just all messed up. Once Chuck Norris was bitten by a snake after 5 painful days, the snake died. Good stuff. I mean, I was raised in the era of the internet of Chuck Norris memes being the hot stuff. Crychop already is at 100 base power due to its near constant crit rate, hence why it's already handy. It's not fully constant for Machoke. I don't know what the exact rate is, but it's it actually gives us level 10 already. Just with those 2. So actually it might be overkill to even fight that second guy. Let me just go ahead and try and damage this thing. I don't think I can knock out I can hurt a Pidgey enough to knock it, to catch it reliably and actually do any damage to it. Interesting. I might just have to throw a Pokeball. I might have to specifically catch a Pidgey earlier, or just hope for no crit on the Pidgey. I didn't even think about that. I wasn't thinking about the Pidgey. Let's find one for a test. Because if no crit, we might not knock out. Oh my gosh, Yato. That's crazy. Machamp was a good fighting type that used Fighting Stab in Gen 2 when it got Cross Chop. Yeah, Cross Chop, huge upgrade. Okay. No crit, please. Yeah, no crit. See, not super consistent that we get the crits. Not super consistent. It's pretty good, pretty consistent, not 100%. I believe Try is our Pidgey today. It would have actually been fitting to get a Doduo later. To get a Dodrio. Not that we're going to take the extra time to do that, because Try Attack would have been perfect for a Dodrio, for Try. Okay, wait, we can just skip that guy entirely. Let's just try Brock at level 11. There's a bear rug in Chuck Norris's house. The bear isn't dead, it's just scared to move. Love it, Coles. Crit moves in Gen 1 in general are rather busted because of the near guaranteed crit chance, hence why Razor Leaf and Slash are so popular in the competitive scene. Absolutely. The reason they're almost a guaranteed crit is because the speed stat actually contributed to the crit chance. And if you had at least... Ooh, we're not a 2-shot. Oh, we are barely. I mean, we could definitely do that at level 10. So I'm thinking I skip that second trainer on the next run. Just do the first trainer from the forest. And, oh, actually, maybe just do the second trainer only from the forest. And then the last trainer, and then maybe some wild Pokemon if I need to. But that would be the best case scenario, I think. You can speed up our early game. Obviously, Brock, no problem. Oh, but what I was saying about the crit moves. You need a base 64 speed, I believe, to make them basically guaranteed. There's still a 1 in 256 chance they don't crit because Gen 1 is weird. But they're mostly guaranteed at that point. However, our Chuck here is too slow. He's only got 45 base speed, which means that his crits are not as guaranteed as something like Venusaur that actually has guaranteed crits with Razor Leaf. It's not quite as good, unfortunately. It's still pretty good, not quite as good. Crits also bypass setup though, so still pretty useful to have. Okay, Misty I think will be... I think we can take on Misty with just Dig. I don't think we need to go like get Body Slam or do anything crazy. We could Karate Chop to try to bypass her setup if we need to. But Dig will be quite powerful. Yeah, Cole's receiving status too. So remember to subscribe, join the Discord, check out merch, do cool things, be kind, love all, and remember that Guard EX is scary in the TCG and also MT. I reached 15 months. I love all the updates, Cosmic. That's fantastic. I'm really happy we got some EV tier. That's awesome. Of course, Coles, I know the song. That was our anthem. I was in high school when that dropped. The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. If that makes me seem even older. Even Victory Bell level speed can guarantee... Yeah, Victory Bell is a monster. Victory Bell may be the best or one of the best non-legends, at least, for Gen 1. I mean, Mewtwo's ridiculous. Mew's really good, too. But Victory Bell is insane. It's, like, way better than you would ever expect it to be. 100%. We do probably want Mega Punch. Do we want Mega Punch? I think we have about the same chance to get a crit as we do to hit with Mega Punch. And if we crit with Karate Chop, it does more than Mega Punch. So I don't think we want Mega Punch. I don't think there's any reason for it. Just besides, I guess, more PP. I will fight the Hiker because he's an easy battle. I prefer the broken Gen 1 crit system to the modern crit system because at least crits matter in the Gen 1 system. Yeah, absolutely. I really like that speed contributed to crits. I think it's actually a really good use of the stat because I think that stat should get more use dynamically rather than just a speed check at the beginning of each turn. Like actually have it dynamically matter. So I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to have it scale with current speed too. That could be interesting. So if you drop speed of your opponent, they have less chance to crit. Like that could be really interesting. But no, I like that they contributed. I think that it probably went a little too hard and probably the balance is a little bit crazy because Jolteon has like with Focus Energy, I think it gets like a like 70% chance to crit, something like that. Because it already has like a 27% chance, something like that, with its base speed, which is absolutely diabolically broken. But maybe like scale it back by like half, and I think it could be a good system. I did not max my PP. Why? It feels like 9,000 years since I've been here for real. Yeah, it's been a while, Cosmic. We've missed you. Chuck Norris used to have a lizard. Their name was Godzilla. Love it. I wish crits were always based on speed, says Halen. 100%. It's a better system. And I think crits are a fun part of Pokemon. I really like a little bit of the like unpredictable nature of Gen 1. Calyrex Shadow just breaks shit. That's true. No reason to fight Misty yet. We don't get anything out of beating her because she gives us Bubble Beam, but we can't use that. So we might as well wait until we get Dig. So let's just go straight into this fight and see how this goes. And he's getting wild in the chat. Everyone is scared of speed. May I introduce you to Regieleki? Imagine it in this era of speed equals crit. Every hit would be a crit. I feel like Speedrunner 0218 may have actually backported it at some point. And I don't know what... I think that he might actually know the the crit rate if we were to ask him if he ever drops by for any reason. He's been extremely busy. He's streaming like 6 days a week now. Wild. But yeah, it must be like, yeah, he did that. It's like 30%. It's like a 30% chance to crit all the time. That's fantastic. That's like just so stupidly good. For Gen 1 too, where it bypasses all setup, like it doesn't care if you've set up amnesia or anything. It's just, you just destroy. I mean, low kick, I think technically is better even when neutral in general, because it is more damage than a non-crit karate chop and always, well, it's actually less accurate though. So there is that. And it's only 90%. So it's probably not actually better even when neutral, only super effective, I think. Should we go for low kick? Koza also made a sniper type of enemy in their RPG. That's cool. Okay, the strongest one of them has a 75% crit chance. That's wild. That feels like you're just going to get hit by a sniper and just get taken out immediately. Like there's no defense for it. That can be frustrating. But hopefully that's a really skill-based like event or something like that where you can dodge it or something, or have some sort of protection to make it less frustrating. What was the highest ranked mon in time status? Actually, I need to focus for a moment because this needs to be Yato, I believe. And then Cole's is our Squirtle, right? I think we're all right there. Okay. But highest ranked mon so far. Oh, I didn't even go over the tier list at the beginning. I was so distracted by trying to get everything set up. Oop, I missed a low kick. So our current leader is Hypno. Hypno is the number 1. We did do a stream with Mew trying to get a super aggressive speedrun strategy for that, which meant that it was very inconsistent. But we did get a time of, I think, 40 minutes through the entire game with Mew. Unofficially. Do we have any reason to teach Seismic Toss? Not really. I don't think there's any real reason, because we're going to have Dig, and Dig will take out the ghosts. So we don't need it for that. Feels weird to bypass it completely, like just because I don't think we need it. I'll get it this time. I don't think it's going to matter at all. But let's just give it a shot and just see if it comes in handy whatsoever. Somehow it knows better than Alakazam. Yeah, whoop, almost stepped a little the wrong way. Low kick. But yeah, Hypno's defense specifically makes it insanely good and much better starting set. That's the big differences. Seismic Toss. Whoop, I almost give it to Yato. So used to teaching Charmander the HMs. Yeah, we actually get Dig. So we actually have something that can hit the ghost types. Feels crazy, but we actually have a successful move for a fighting type. I mean, I'll grab the ether. I don't think we need it. We actually have a lot of PP on this set. Machoke has a lot of PP. That's alarming. I also said no to Bill. Sorry, Bill. Why does Machoke get Dig again? I mean, he's got arms. If he looks like he can work a construction job. I don't know why that came out. Probably because I got 3 dogs in here with me. He looks like he can work a construction job, so maybe they just like figure he can just hold a shovel and dig. I don't know. Did you get a result for that speedrun challenge you did a while back? I feel like I haven't been here since then. Oh, the Mew? Still nothing on Scott's channel. I know he was hoping to get it turned around in a couple of weeks. I felt like that was going to be not possible. Let's actually go fight the rocket so I can just get Dig first. I figured it would take him a lot longer than that to go through 100 different results for the 100 competitors and get final times and everything figured out. I was like not going to be surprised if it took a few months. I haven't seen anything on his channel about it yet though. So as far as I know, it's still in the works. I don't follow him on socials or anything like that because I don't have Twitter anymore and all that stuff because, you know. But yeah, I don't know if something happened in like working on the video or if it's just taking forever, which I would not be surprised because that's a huge task. Let's teach this over Lear. So we're going to put Dig on Machoke this time. Hypno is just strong all around. Yeah, Hypno in Gen 1 is insanely good. Insane. Cry Chop. Come on, Chuck. No, Chuck. No. There you go. Okay. We're going to potion once. Let's just go ahead and save. Real bulk is Rhydon. I'm really happy with our Rhydon run. If you haven't seen it, like, I would really recommend you go check it out. Because that run, like, I'm really happy with that one. And the Ivysaur last week went really well, too. Okay, I think we just go Dig. She went X Defend. I think after X Defend, our Karate Chop is going to do more. Yeah. We might as well just Karate Chop, honestly, at that point. Because a Harden or a Dig, we immediately have to switch to Karate Chop anyway. Dig did one-shot the Staryu even with the X Defend. Not really necessary to get Dig before Misty. It might be faster to go to the Poke Center, then go to Misty, then go get Dig after. I don't see any real reason that we shouldn't do it that way. Because Dig didn't seem to be much of a benefit because she just used X Defense instead. You met try through the Bling Zombie Games channel, Coles. Nice. I'm not familiar. If Pikachu can dig, I think Machoke can dig. No, I don't think Pikachu actually can dig. Not at least in Gen 1. Did they eventually give Pikachu dig? I'm pretty sure I had to add it for Gorochu when I did that like theory video. Nobody wants to Twitter. You did the right thing. I'm kind of bummed because I used to get a lot of like actual like, you know, world updates via Twitter because I just don't watch the news or anything like that. And it was a good way to actually like have connections to actual like good information in the world. And now it's not. So, you know, not worth it anymore. Okay, maybe we just go for the dig against Tentacool because that should just one shot. You can say that all human beings are weak to electricity. Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. You can tell Pokemon is a fictional series because if it was realistic, they would have all put a sensor bar in front of Rhydon at all times. Twitter's cursed. Let's not pretend it isn't. Absolutely, it's very cursed. All right, Dig is not the fastest move to use. All right, here's where we're in a bit of a pickle. So Karate Chop can be slightly better than Body Slam, but sometimes it isn't even as good by a fairly wide margin. I think it might be worth teaching over Seismic Toss. I don't know for sure. Oh, we barely took any damage. I'll go without for a second because I want to think on it. Because Karate Chop is more uses, which is nice. But when it doesn't crit, it's just not as good. We don't one-shot with the crit. So we wouldn't one-shot with the Body Slam either. You love the sprite? 10 out of 10? I was last-minute fixes, too. I'm just glad it works. It's based on... a lot of my sprite work is based on the Yellow Legacy icon sprites. And I just have to build out better frames for animation. Sometimes they don't really work. And it's more of a concept art inspiration thing. But I try to have some base of reference to stay in the style that would fit Gen 1. I don't want them to look too terribly out of place. Sometimes like this one is actually based on the human sprites, which feels cursed, but you know. Thank you, Veggie, by the way, for the super sticker. I love to see it. Thank you, thank you. Veggie's always being so supportive of the channel. It's great. Veggie is the best. And he has wild opinions about Twitter. That's crazy. Yeah, the first part of your statement is why I don't want to be on Twitter. The getting thrown back to the 1940s is not my favorite thing in that context, obviously. Many contexts, actually. Oh, we did the one shot. Cool. Everyone's excited to see Veggie. I love it. Should I DoorDash? Because I'm feeling so bubbly. You could just take a break and go grab some. They're just up the street. I'm sure that you could. You're wild. Craving soda. One yes means okay to order. Oh my gosh. She's being encouraged. All right, this is Coles. Thank you, Coles, for always being in the streams. Coles, there we go. Okay, so far, no real issues. I'm actually really surprised so far that the performance has been insanely good. Is there any time in which seismic toss makes any sense? I really don't think so. Oh, keep it just because I am worried that if I delete it, we'll have an issue. I just don't see a time when it's going to be important. Frankly, Body Slam and Karate Chop are kind of canceling each other out, and it's making me think. Uber from Fizz to the UK too. I don't know if you've ever seen Fizz, Cosmic, out in like the social media landscape. It's those soda drinks that have like add-ins to it. Yeah. Ever since we moved back to see some family, it's everywhere out here on this side out in the Rockies. But people are obsessed. It's insane. Why does the sprite now remind me of an angry Ric Flair? Now I can't unsee it. I mean, that would have been funny if that was the inspiration specifically, but no. They're elite looking TBH. They're actually surprisingly like satisfying. And I kind of get it, but at the same time, like really just like a McDonald's like Sprite or Coke just hits just about as good, and it's just easier. Okay, I really don't think we'll have too many issues in here. Excuse me. The trainer's standing right in the way in the darkness. Yeah, see, like we keep not critting, and it's not great. Can somebody actually do the math for me? Maybe Annie or Coles, if one of you can find what the crit rate is for a critical hit move from Machoke in Gen 1. Because I feel like if we knew the exact number, I could make a better determination if I want to switch to Body Slam. Seismic Toss becomes less effective the higher one's attack stat, and the Machoke line is kind of like a bear, but instead of an animal like Ursaring, it's the other type of bear. I mean, yeah. Wow, we really do very little when we don't crit. And also we're confused now. Wow. We actually got a reset in the tunnel. Oh, we didn't even save before the other trainer. Wow, that took us back a ways. That's rough. That's insane. Okay, that was a huge time loss. But I think does clue me in. I'll calc it. Thank you, Annie. Does clue me in that the inconsistency of missing a crit on Karate Chop really stinks. Project to a Slowpoke. I've seen it all in LMT. Yeah, that's brutal. That's the weakness of psychic types. Even confusion is just like not good for us. Let's pick up Coles again here. Coles, we won't forget you. 70% crit rate. Yeah, 70's pretty rough. 70's pretty rough. So that means 30% of the time, Body Slam is significantly better. 70% of the time, Karate Chop is like slightly better than Body Slam. I think what I do, now that I've thought it through, I think we teach Body Slam, we don't get Seismic Toss for the next run. And I think we just go through the game with just Body Slam, Karate Chop, Low Kick, basically, and Dig once we can get it. I guess we could Dig before Body Slam anyway, but you know. You get what I mean. I didn't even say before this lap. I was really playing it fast and loose over here. Against a Slowpoke that goes like that, Sabrina will be even more painful. Absolutely. Sabrina's going to be brutal. Yeah, the consistency I think is going to be better. We might be doing slightly less like damage on the top end because it's 85 effective base power rather than, it's not quite 100 with a crit on Karate Chop. It's slightly less because the crit scaling isn't exactly 2 times in Gen 1. So it's probably closer to like 90, 95 base power compared to 85 for Body Slam. So really the trade-off is not worth it, besides the fact that we can go through setup. I do think, though, I needed to save there. I did save, right? Let's do it again. Even confusion is not good for us. No, she's not good for you. I tend to be very confused all of the time. I know I'm smart in some areas, but it just doesn't... Just because I don't know how to use 2% of Hex Maniac, that doesn't mean you gotta ask me stuff like that. But you know how to use a lot more than 2% of Hex Maniac, Coles. I think you don't give yourself enough credit. Did I not use that Repel? See, I've been learning Hex Maniac, and I still do goofy things like that. Thank you, Veggie, for reminding everyone to like and share the stream, and if you can, also subscribe if you have not yet. Please do. It's very helpful. Yeah, that the very like dependable damage, much better. Body Slam is just insanely good. Technically, Dig is also just about as good, but the problem is it takes an extra like second or so of time like every time you use it, so that just doesn't end up working out very well. Here, though, it's quite good because we can dodge self-destructs. Which I was playing some Pokerogue these last few days in my spare time. And I had forgotten that Dive just doesn't make you immune to damage on your like diving turn in Pokerogue. And I don't know what that's about. And I don't know if maybe there's some context about Dive that it works slightly differently than Dig in modern gens, but I don't know why they did that, and it's terribly infuriating. Body Slam. Annie will always give Nidoqueens your name, even in Ironmon when they pop up. It's just part of the requirements now for that challenge. We're on the road to 5K, so like and subscribe. I see 11 people in chat and 5 likes. That's true, we're missing some likes. Get those likes down. See, I didn't know how to get rid of the starters for the Wario hack, so I just blocked them off with boxes. Hey, that works. That works. I've just had to watch a lot of tutorials. There's the elixir. The nugget. I guess we could use the ether from... Yeah, I probably should get the ether from by Bill's house, just because we could use that to skip the Poke Center heal by Rock Tunnel. That would actually be good. Should have used it that way before. Let's see. Just low kick here. I think it's whenever it's super effective, it still seems to be the far better option. MT, I didn't know how to get rid of the starters for the Wario. Oh yeah, lucky for me, Terry does not give a F about walls. I didn't finish reading that. Oh. I think for Machoke, we're gonna struggle in a couple of places. I think it would be worth it, at least for this first run for sure, to get some extra vitamins. Spend a little extra time. Lordome is lingering. He's lingering. Oh no. He's loitering here in chat. He's been displeased, if that's a word. Do, 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 do. There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Coles is always chatting at like, it's like 1 in the morning or even later whenever Coles is in chat, which is crazy. Do we want PP up on Body Slam? I feel like we need it for like, because we can save them for Earthquake, or I could use them on Dig. We still have, what happened is we ended up with a lot of potions. That's really weird. Okay, I do want this item. So what should I do here? Toss the Paralyze Heal, but it could cause us an issue in the future. What's got our inventory so full here? We just have a million different things. All right. Okay, fine. I'll use the PP ups for Dig, because this is gonna be on our set for most of the. Actually, one for Body Slam. Gonna be on our set for most of the game. HP up is just too good to not get. I don't have space for that one, so I'll just pass it, I guess, and we'll get out of here. That seems to be the best situation for this one. By the way, who's the best Pokemon in your opinion, chat? Mine is Glaceon or Gardevoir. The best Pokemon? I mean, that feels like you're not asking for like the strongest, just the best. Should have also just tossed those potions, quite honestly. Okay, we don't need TM11, we don't need TM34. I'll keep Rest, can't use Thunderbolt. Might as well toss that. Don't really want Double Edge, I don't think. No, I don't think there's any purpose like we could actually use that for an HP up. We don't really need an HP up. We have plenty of HP. Will make a ton of difference. Okay. 10 of those. Here we go. Do 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 do. And we can buy 2 Pokédolls. I don't know if I'll use Mimic. I'll just get 2 in case, but and then I think it's a Soda Pop that gets us. Alright, love you too, Machoke. Rock Slide, yep, okay. At this point, okay. I do think that Rock Slide makes sense over Karate Chop at this point. Kind of feels bad, but Body Slam is the more consistent. We kind of proved that by ooh, actually, what do we want to do here? I think actually Carbos is going to be the thing. Oh, I can almost get enough. If I actually got one more freshwater and got the... Actually, I'm probably going to need the lemonade too. So I should actually get all of these. Can't use Tri-Attack or Ice Beam, but I can sell them for money. Give me money. Okay. Now I can buy even more. Let's actually get 3 Carbos and 2 proteins. That'll make us so much faster and so much stronger. There we go. And now we can get out of here. We have a Lord Dome here in chat now. What the heck? He's arrived. What is up? I've been lingering. I don't know what's been... About protein shakes, I don't even follow. I'd have to go back and actually see what's going on with all that. I was trying to catch up with chat. That's my goodness. Okay, let's go open up Saffron, because we will have to go there eventually. I don't think we're going to be trying this anytime. Yeah, Carbos is the way to go. The reason I don't go like 5 Carbos when buying vitamins is if you buy too many, you actually can't use them all, because you actually get a few more Carbos in the, just, you know, by adventuring around for free. And if you use too many, you just end up not being able to use any. Yeah, Rock Slide right there. Pretty awesome. Okay, and then we dig the Magnemite. Now we have pretty excellent type coverage between all of this. Oh, he's not Ice type yet. I used a silly move. Okay, in theory, the best thing to do is dig. Yeah, okay. I mean, I should have actually low kicked there, but whatever. What's the thing that people allude to but talk? I don't know. And I don't think I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I want to ask. Oops. I moved my bicycle. There we go. Do 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 do. Lord Dome is finally leaving us in peace. We've appeased Lord Dome. The chat became insane earlier than usual. It really did. By the way, we're outspeeding these Ghastlies because we're so over leveled compared to them. That's really lucky for us. We don't need the HP up, so we'll just skip it. I'll have a bonus elixir. I don't think we actually need it because we didn't use the ether before, but maybe we'll need more training than I'm expecting. I mean, we'll definitely need training before we go to Sabrina, but we're just going to make her last. I don't know if you want to know. You probably don't. Fair. Fair, Annie. I guess I just don't want to know, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with living in ignorance on that one. Okay. The question becomes if... Oop. Veggie was texting me about something I need to get from the store when I go. Did I miss my... Oh, there it is. I got a text. I was like checking in on Veggie because she's at work right now. So I'm like, what is going on? I keep using body slam so low kick. I'm not used to having fighting moves. Okay. And we can actually use dig on Weezing. There's no levitate. Get out of here. Whoa. Hello. So bulky. I forget Weezing has such good defense sometimes. Blissful ignorance MC. Blissful. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we could train on the bike route. I think that might be a good idea. At least a few key trainers. It just kind of is the way we do it now. Sabrina is going to be an issue, but honestly, Sabrina's not the biggest headache as far as trainers go. She does have like really bad AI, so that could be to our benefit. I'm immediately poisoned. Cool. Cool. Where's my antidote? Probably not even worth fighting. I'll use a max potion. Not fighting the guys that have like a bunch of grinders, just the guys that have a lot of experience. They also give a decent attack stat experience, so that's actually pretty good for us, although some speed might be nice too. Do we one shot at level 28 Weezing? We do! Awesome, okay. This is probably where we're going to need at least a little bit of an elixir or an ether of some kind. I think what I'll do is I'll just go past these guys, pick up the other PP up, and fight. I'll probably fight both of these guys and the last guy with a bunch of Weezings. Because these two will give us some good experience and maybe get us to 37, so we can just do the Safari Zone now. That'd probably be pretty good. Just get it out of the way. We're not going to be able to get by. We can't use Focus Energy. It's broken. It doesn't help us. Not for this run. They actually make Karate Chop crit even less. Probably fine. Do 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 do. Just need to body slam. Just one more coughing, and then we can dig the rest. Right? Because there's only one more. Yep. We're fine. We didn't get poisoned. I realized that poison could have put us at risk there. Exactly at 37. It's exactly what we want to see. Let's go to Safari Zone. Oop. There we go. Okay. Already in the Safari Zone. 43 minutes for this kind of lackadaisical first run that I'm kind of meandering a little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Another Carbos there. Also protein up here, and a free full restore. Take it. We will take it. Means we don't have to buy any other healing items. We're actually not going through very many healing items at all, which is kind of nice. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Killer Bean Forever. It's free on YouTube with normal vid. What is this? Oh, I can't. I have to dig. Dig. I'm not used to dig being on my main mon here. Okay. Sylph time. I think that... Oh, actually, Cloyster's going to be a bit of a pain. Low Kick and Rock Slide actually are equally good against a Cloyster. So they're actually... We have two different options against Cloyster. Cloyster's high defense is going to be a pain in the butt. Hey, James, welcome in. Killer Bean Forever is peak fiction. Really cool. I've never even heard of this. I know nothing about it. Machoke Gen 1. Ouch, poison blood. Machoke Gen 3. Ha, Guts go burr. Guts is a huge benefit. I'm actually going to be just going to level 40, I think. Oop, I need to use my... Carbos. Protein. I'll PB up Rock Slide too, I guess. Might as well. I'm just guessing on those. I might change my tune on those, of which ones actually need PP ups for the second run. Oh, the sniper enemies are robot skeletons. Those are always pretty sick. I mean, skeletons always just make things a little bit kind of cool. Guts is such a fun ability because like Machamp would 100% do that. I love it's very on theme, right? Like it feels very accurate. We don't actually need anything over here. Let's grab another elixir. I could fight that guy. I just don't know if we need that much experience. I want to try this battle against Rival 5 at level 40. And just kind of get an idea of where we're at. Because our attack stat's awesome. I know that we're going to have an issue when it comes to... Do I want to fight this guy, actually? That's right here? Or do we want to open up the healing room? Frankly, I think that it would make more sense to fight this guy. Because we do have Dig against his Magnetons, and so I think we can just kind of cruise through this. Yeah. So we can just dig this whole battle. And then we don't have to go to the healing room at all, because I have plenty of healing items. We can skip the healing room. As long as we can actually do this battle at level 40. This guy's going to be a little bit tricky. I probably should have saved. Okay. Now, I don't know if we get level 40 actually off of this battle, but I would have wished that we do. Let's see. dig the electrode and dig again on the wheezing. Nope. How far off are we? How bad was my estimation here? 700. All right, fine. We'll open up the healing room. We have the finale music in the middle of the game. I'll skip to the next one. They are just randomized. Because I like them to be in different orders each time. Nice for the Doom playlist. All right, we have a ton of healing items, and we did get the little heal there. All right, let's try this at level 40. I'm a little worried that things will go badly, but let's give this a shot. Did you know go sit around the campfire and tell Chuck Norris stories? That is an absolute fact. I've seen it. Don't call on Uncle Jim Tendo. No, please. All right, low kick, maybe flinch. Okay, actually the damage isn't that bad. Our bulky HP does help. Is this battle actually totally fine at level 40? We're not going to outspeed this anytime soon. Ooh, that was a little spicy of a crit. That hurts a lot. Okay, if he doesn't crit, are we actually pretty okay here? We just body slam again. Parried slash for big damage. Fully parried. Okay. Low kick. Flinch. Withdraw. Supersonic. Okay. Please don't hit yourself, Chuck. There we go. Okay. Get a level up. It created confusion now. Need more protein? We need those protein shakes to get our Machoke super buff. He's not buff enough yet. I just want to see if we can make this through without getting crit. Okay, that's about how much damage we take from Sand Slash, it looks like. Pretty consistent. Crit? Clamp now? That's just rude. I want to see a non-crit attempt of this team and just see how it looks. Oh my gosh. Okay. And we get poisoned. Cool. No, 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 no. All right, fine. Low kick. Missed the supersonic. Cool. Dig. Or by poison. Dig. Okay. Kadabra. We're not going to survive now because we're too low health. I want to see his damage without any other statuses. One bulky buff boy or one spoon bending oddity. Spoon bending, 100%. Try flexing when you fight the rival. Just like, and just give Machoke the power. Like, come on, Machoke. Hit the Machoke pose. Just sitting here the whole stream like this. To match Machoke. That's crazy. I mean, we're not going to make it through there. I want to see the damage. Spoon? Spoon mentioned in chat. Juicy, that's crazy. Okay. Body slam, potion, body slam. Okay, we're pretty guaranteed to make it through without terrible damage. Yeah, we don't quite have the damage we need if he withdraws. That's kind of annoying. So it might be worth going up a couple of levels just to prevent the withdraw from stalling out that moment. Could be worth it. Everything else is pretty manageable. Right here. No crit. Okay, we do survive. And if we do survive that, we outspeed. Okay, so we outspeed this. And we're fine. Okay. So actually, without any crits or poison, that's pretty good. I'm purposely resetting that because I want to do a little bit of testing here. This and Sabrina and the champion. Those three moments are the ones I have the most questions about. Accuracy drop turn 1 is really brutal. That's really brutal. Okay. Yeah, we'd have to go up 3 full levels if we wanted to really make the Cloyster 2 hit even with withdraw. I don't think that's worth it. Ugh, so much else has to go right here too. Okay. So in theory, it could use Confusion or Psybeam here. And if we survive a Psybeam like that, no crit, actually not bad. I think level 40 might be the way to go. We got some pretty brutal luck on those first attempts, but as long as no poison, no sand attack, and no crit from Kadabra, makes it once, goes back for more suffering. That's what this first run is all about. It's just kind of figuring out the magic. What do we got to do? Because, yeah, that isn't great, but, like, getting 3 full levels really is just going to take a lot of extra time we don't want to spend. If it's coming down to just avoiding sand attack luck anyway, like, that could happen at 43, too. The only benefit is that we would 2-hit the Cloyster and we'd have slightly more HP. For the Alakazam, we could actually get a 1 calcium just to buff up our special, so we didn't take as much damage from the Kadabra, not Alakazam, Kadabra. Might be worth it, but it would also sacrifice our speed, which I don't think we want to do. Because special doesn't give us any offensive benefit, only defensive. Dig's still better here than low kick. Literally, Dig is better than any fighting move against rock types. Once again, Dig. Oh, we don't quite one-shot. Not that Nidoqueens can do a ton against us. Okay. So we can dig out of here. So we are level 43, which I don't know, should be pretty good. Oh man, I didn't even think about this though. Because Koga actually is going to be the next opponent, basically. I mean, we could go fight Erica first. Just because we don't want to deal with Koga. Koga's going to be a pain. As long as we outspeed his Venonats, I think we're okay. We're going to get hit by a Psychic, though, at some point in that battle. Like, that's just guaranteed. That doesn't feel great. We're good, yes, but not for Sabrina. No, not for Sabrina. Not at all. Not yet. We are not ready for that. I love seeing the spoons in the chat earlier, by the way, guys. I was just looking back at that. Okay, we just have to body slam all the way through Erica's team. That's kind of all we can do here. I mean, we just one-shot. And fully paralyzed. Yeah, really no concern there at level 43. We don't have a great reason to do that earlier, because it's just for experience. Okay. Koga is up next. We have to fight Koga before we go to Blaine. Blaine shouldn't be as bad. Koga's pretty rough, though. In fact, all the training in here is pretty rough. We could use this gym to go up to 45 easily before his fight. So I'll probably plan on doing that. And we can learn Seismic Toss again. Finally. Ooh, wow. That's pretty intense. That hurts. Where's my Hyper Potion? Where is my Hyper Potion? Spoon emote when? I mean, you already have a spoon emote, kinda. I don't know how to make this spoon much better than that. I mean, that is spoon. Alright, if I beat one of these guys and then the... Oh, nope, that already gives me 45. I didn't mean to go this high. I wanted to go into the battle at 45. I think I'll still be level 45, though. Yeah, okay. Let's just try this out and see where we're at. I'm not full health, but I'm kind of fine with that for at least this first test. So Rock Slide's going to be super effective here. And then we miss. Oh, we missed twice. Rock slide, no! Why must you be 50% accurate all of a sudden? Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, Venomoth will outspeed. So we have the outspeed on the rest of the team. Another crit. Make the Alakazam spoon with a spoon made out of an Alakazam? That's crazy, Cosmic. An actual Alakazam spoon. All right. I don't know what the chances are that we hit all of these, but we need to hit all of these in a row. We way out. Pardon me? Are you saying that's not a guarantee on a Venonat? What the heck? The X attack was a crazy good pull here. Okay, so I do need to one-shot the Venonats. That's a problem. A Twisted Spoon? Ooh, Twisted Spoon. Alaka Spoon. I like it. Okay, let's try that third Venonat again here. We must have just really low-rolled that. We do survive. Oh, it needs to use something that's not a psychic. I think it's only a move that it can use a psychic, so it has to use an X attack. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. We might need more levels. I was hoping that we could close to one-shot that at this point. Our attack stat is super high. We got the attack stat boost and a super effective move. It's just not enough. I feel like he only has like a 25% chance of using something like that. 20-25% chance of using an X attack, so that's not a good solution. But I think we would need... I want to check my damage again here, but it looked like last time we're going to need like 10 levels to one-shot. And we would need close to that. There's an X attack again. Double X attack. So maybe it's a better chance than I thought. We could actually go... Ooh, okay, we could actually go Body Slam. Okay, here's the strat. Oh, that counted double for the resets for some reason. One-shot the Venonats, that's a problem. We didn't one-shot. We want to one-shot. We didn't one-shot the Venonats, and that was the problem. Okay, I have the strategy now. I've worked it out. For the best chance for us to get through is Body Slam first, because besides a crit, that should give us the best chance. Fun fact, once when I was playing through Leaf Green, my Primate bullied Terry's Alakazam like it was the answer to Alakazam 9 times out of 10. How? Just, did it have enough speed to outspeed and just use like a neutral move just to knock it out? Because you don't have anything super effective in Gen 3, at least for Leaf Green, that I can think of, but go Primate for sure. Okay, so we can get here. Then we switch to Body Slam. I want a demo! Let me have my demonstration. Let's make sure it works. Welcome to the Tiberius Shamble, like rusty spoons. Why are they rusty now? I thought they were Kadabra spoons or Alakazam spoons. Now rusty spoons. Oh, does Primate get Shadow Ball? You ran Thunderbolt on it for the funny low tier god meme. Okay, oh, Body Slam. No crit psychic. There we go. Body Slam. Parad. Oh, fully paralyzed. Missed the rock slide immediately. That gives us our best chance, because whether he uses an X attack or not, we have a chance at a para, and then we'll have enough damage from the rock slide to knock out. That's the best chance we got. At 45, it's possible. We don't want to go any lower against Koga. But that does mean that we do want to only get to level 40 for Rival, because then we can get 45 for Koga. That's all making sense to me. It's a little bit pushing Machoke to its limit here, because we're going to be in some dicey situations. but I think it'll work itself out. Yeah, Blaine is up next, I think. Blaine is much better in... Oop, I did not mean to use strength. I meant to use surf. Blaine is much better in yellow than he is in red and blue, so I'm still a little bit worried about him. And his flamethrower could deal some decent damage. I will also pick up this... Oh, hello. Toxic is not going to be the strategy today, because that's not going to help us. I don't think we need an iron. What am I doing? Our defense is quite high, so I don't think that's going to be a concern. All right, let's see. Calcium. Ah! Well, calcium went to Coles. Coles, you stole my calcium. There we go. Forgot the thing didn't reset. Not that it will matter a ton against the last battle, I don't think. I could go buy one. My goodness. I don't love that we can't run away from the Raticates very well. We're a little under-leveled to make the repel work perfectly. Speaking of wrestlers, did anyone see the robbery of CM Punk at SummerSlam? I'm not much of a wrestling observer, not much of a wrestling fan. Nothing against it, just haven't really ever tuned into it. Thunderbolt on Primeape is cursed. In all gens, or at least most, Primeape learns Thunderbolt. It just... is trying to live up to being a starter like Pikachu. It really wants to like get its own version of the game. Okay, is 45 enough for Blaine? We might have wanted to use summer candies here. We're getting close to the end of the game. We do have some pretty serious advantages, at least in moveset here, and Blaine's AI won't be able to properly take advantage of our lower special stat. So let's see. I don't think we're even close to outspeeding. Yeah, not even remotely close. Okay, there's the dig. We crit. I wonder if that would have knocked out without. I want to kind of test that. I want to test that. Would that have crit? I mean, knocked out without the crit. There's the tail whip. Dig the hole. All right. Well, did have a badge boost. Oh, the flinch. Oh, the growl is also brutal. Oh, parrot? Okay. So we could dig here. He might use reflect. Yeah, and with that... This is the one place... This is the one place where Karate Chop could come in handy. Is against Blaine. But we'd have to keep it on our set instead of Body Slam. And Body Slam has just been better at, you know, preventing blackouts here. Or, I guess, resets. No worries, Yato. Go charge your phone. Okay, without badge boost, we don't necessarily one hit. Okay. I mean, the quick attack is really no big deal. I could rock slide. It's just not going to be quite as good, but it will be a little, like, less turns, but it still puts us in just as much of a bad place. Okay. Yeah. Interesting problem here. Do I just need to use like 3 rare candies after Koga? That feels bad, but it might be the best situation here. Yeah, because we need 48 for the one hit on Ninetales. We need 48. That won't get us the outspeed anywhere. But it will make us slightly bulkier. Yeah, it might be. Okay. All right. CM Punk beat Gunther to win the title. Then Seth Rollins, who was supposedly injured, cashed in the Money in the Bank contract to challenge immediately for the title and won. I was upset for 3 days. I don't follow. I mean, I totally can see that. I don't follow enough to know the drama. I mean, the drama is the real meat of it, right? Like, that's what really makes it satisfying. Like, knowing these people in their careers. I can totally respect it, though, because wrestling is, like, I mean, it's just a totally fun sport. It just looks like, everything about it looks like a blast. Watching it, like, the community seems awesome. Like, for the most part, super positive, too, it seems like. For the most part. Obviously not everybody, but... IY, Rapidash Sprite is badass in this game. Yeah, it's really good. Honestly, Ninetales, too, looks really good. Blaine has some really good sprites in his gym. There's the flamethrower. Okay. We did not knock out at 48. Do we need 50? Okay, we knocked out the Rapidash. Huh. That's interesting. There's the tail whip. Okay, now we definitely one shot because we're badge boosted now. If we could bait out some more tail whips from Ninetales, we could actually go faster. Oh, there's the big crit. Okay. That's really satisfying. I mean, I don't think we solved it. I don't think we solved it. I mean, that's a win, technically. But since this is the first playthrough, I want to solve as many problems as possible for later. Okay. Oh, wait, I could... I don't like doing that, though. I was like, technically, I could try and start the Gen 1 glitch where if I use Dig and then hit myself with Confusion underground, I become immune. Because that's what I accidentally did there, and then I reset it. Yeah, you're going to need Arcanine to go for Reflect. Well, Reflect is bad for us, then we need to crit. And the crit chance is pretty low. I think we're like at around 8% chance to crit, which we don't want to just sit here resetting 12 times to try to gamble for a crit. Okay, there's the dig. Yeah, so it seems like as long as we don't low roll, we can totally one-shot the Ninetales at 48. I'm fishing for the para. I think I fish for a para and then I use dig. Okay. So at 48, as long as I can get to Arcanine, I just fish for the para with Body Slam and then use dig. That's, I think, our best case scenario. I could go to 50. I don't know how much it would matter because we're not going to get the outspeed. We're not going to get that much more special. And our special is our biggest thing holding us back. Now we have to face Sabrina. And I don't love that. Let us in. Let me in. So actually, its Paralysis is actually one of the slowest mons in the game where speed determines crit rate and still has double the base crit rate of the modern games. That is wild. It probably is a little bit too high. Like I said, I think I would, if I was to redesign how it would work for a modern game, I think I would scale back slightly on the crit rate and how it's calculated right now. What I wanted to do is get into this battle and compare the speed against Abra. We are very far below the speed we need. So that's not going to happen anytime soon to outspeed. We don't get anything that negates like the accuracy, like Flash. Something like Swift could help us here. And we could set up. We don't get anything like that. Right? Let me just double check, actually. Make sure I'm not crazy. We don't get Swift, right? Because that would be like insanely good right here. No, we don't. No Swift. No Swift, so that's not an option. It does badge boost us. We could immediately reset it. Okay. Huh. So I think what I will do next time... That was surprisingly easy because her AI is just bad. I'm going to reset it because I want to test it. I want to do one thing here, which is battle one of these channelers here and just knock out a Haunter to get my level. And then just going at 49. I could go at 50. It wouldn't really matter too much, I don't think. I won't outspeed, but if I can get lucky enough to hit my body slams. Her AI is just not very good. Okay, there's the X defend. And the reflect. Okay, so now we're in trouble. Oh. Fish for the crit. That was actually too bad. Okay, wait a minute. At 49, we keep our badge boosts, too. So we will get hit by the flash. That's going to actually boost our stats slightly. And as long as... I mean, she has a 50-50 chance to just fail to do anything on the Kadabra. The reflect and the X defend. Our chances here actually look pretty good. Yeah, as long as we do everything else first. Kind of insane? Like, oh, I didn't even pick up Earthquake. For this one, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Technically, I can switch out to Earthquake at this point to slightly speed us up in these later battles. No, the crit rate in modern games is too low. Yeah, I could see both cases, right? I don't think that the high end crit rate should be like 30% in, you know, for modern games, but I think that they should be much higher than they are. Because I honestly don't think it's like 4 point something, right? I don't know the exact percent, but 4% is not high enough to me to be satisfying, especially because it's only 1.5 times modifier, right? So it's not double damage anymore. Am I correct there? In modern gens, it's yeah, I think it's 1.5, right? Maybe Annie probably knows enough to correct me there if I'm wrong. It feels weird to I think they nerfed the actual damage rate and the crit rate. And I don't know. Now that's how it's supposed to look. I mean, far on the first run though. I don't quite catch what VAR was in reference to. Okay, we have decent matchups here. I don't think there's anything we can do to outspeed this Dugtrio, so it just has to do kind of nothing. Or just hit Fissure and just wipe us out right away. Empty, what about 75%? For crits? That's crazy. I know that's for your RPG. I could dig. Dig first turn would negate if he used his dig. I don't know if it'd be... is that the right idea? Let me test it. Let me see. The crit damage in modern games is at 1.5 times 2. Yeah, so if anything, it should be increased. Yeah. I don't know why you decrease the damage and the rate. Another fissure. By the way, you can't hit Earthquake or Fissure or anything like that when I'm using Dig. Nothing can hit me during Dig. So if I can just at least get Dig. Yeah, there we go. Hello? Are you telling me it's a roll? For a Dugtrio? And he hits another Fissure. That's a ridiculous number of Fissures, by the way. Do I need to use more rare candies? That's a 2-shot. I hate using rare candies before the Elite Four. Because, like, there's good training in... Let me test the damage of Dig one more time. There's good training in Victory Road. So if I use rare candies now, the training in Victory Road is not going to be as good. But we're going to need, like, 5 levels, I think, to even have a one-shot here. There's a chance he does nothing. We can't pair the Persian with Body Slam, so we should probably Body Slam. Oh, low kick. We should low kick twice. Duh. Should low kick twice there. And then I actually do outspeed Nidoqueen. So we knock Nidoqueen out. We don't even close to outspeed Nidoking. Not that he knows what to do here. So we're actually maybe fine. We can even Body Slam first turn. That was a crit. And the flinch. I mean, that technically works. Man, this playthrough I feel like is just almost all testing. Because just nothing is super consistent with Machoke. We're kind of middle of the road on everything. If we get hit by Sand Attack, I think we just reset. That's too long of a battle to deal with Sand Attack the entire battle. They are using the sports to sell something illegal in play happened. I meant for Sabrina, you breezed it on the first run through the gym. Yeah, that was wild. It was literally a breeze. We crit. I want to see the regular damage one more time for reference, because I do think that we're going to need at least 5 levels. Looking at the damage rates there, what we're seeing. Ouch. And it used Dig turn 2. Oh! Okay, so it's a roll. Yeah, if it's a roll, I can definitely get a guaranteed in like 5 levels-ish. Or mostly guaranteed. Not necessarily entirely, but mostly guaranteed. It feels like the smart play here, because we were slightly low, I think, on the damage. No, we would have been about right on the damage for... Actually, no. Let's try... Let's see. Dugtrio's not the worst thing. If we get a couple of resets to Dugtrio, it's not the end of the world. So I could just Body Slam immediately into another Body Slam. Oop. And we'll, like, take a little bit of damage, but not terrible. If we low kick the Persian... Oop. And it sets up. Okay. We're a lot lower than I expected now. We outspeed Nidoqueen. We just don't have the damage against Nidoqueen. But things go a little bit better on the first 2 Pokemon. There's the para, yeah. So that makes Dugtrio. So if we got past Dugtrio in a very lucky manner, Screech would make us one-shot Persian, but it makes us much more at risk here. Crit Earthquake. That hurts. Missed the Thunder. Okay. But we have the damage, I think, to hit the right. Ooh, no, maybe not. That's dicey. That's a little rough. That's a little rough. I think what we need to do, we do need to use some rare candies. I think the most like useful situation. Yeah, we have a lot of experience needed. So let's go ahead and use 3 rare candies. We don't want submission. Okay. I'm going to lock in. I think 3 rare candies is the right thing here. Also, MT, remember another defensive play against the snipers. 2 characters can literally tech the bullet and reflect them. Oh, that's cool. That makes it very worth it then, if you have counters. Okay, so now we could use dig, and that should basically one-shot most of the time. Low kick might now be in range. Not quite. Not quite, but we only took a little bit of damage. Okay. We're still not that close to outspeeding Neo King, but Thunder does hurt. Okay. And Earthquake. So it's still definitely not guaranteed in any means at 53. I don't know if 55 would improve that. How did it crit there? I'm not sure that wasn't slower than a breadcrumb rolling on the table. You mean Machoke with his 45 speed? Okay, we dodged the sand attack. Worth it. Oh, we missed the low kick. Okay, there we go. We are badge boosted, but now we're weaker against physical damage. So you're telling me that I might one-shot this. Oh, and I outspeed too. Oh, okay. A little bit of badge boosting. A little bit of badge boosting trickery. And it cannot hit us with Horn Drill because we're faster. But it doesn't realize that. So we're guaranteed. Okay, 53 felt a lot better than 50. It's still definitely not great. But I think that's going to be a theme. A lot of Machoke's run is going to be not great. Unfortunately. Okay. Let's go test this battle, but I think that 54 might make this battle pretty doable. Nidoqueen crit before. I'm sure it's literally slower than Earth. No, Nidoqueen's actually got a higher base speed than us. I think it's got like a 65 base speed maybe. It's got a decent chance to crit, like a 12% probably. 11-12% if I was to guess. It's not terrible. Obviously not like the greatest, but okay, a little bit of damage from Sand Slash. I'll be normal. The best thing here is Body Slam. Fully parried. That's really lucky. He could hit us with the Leech Seed, which would be obnoxious, but we would still 2-hit the Cloyster. Even with Leech Seed. Dig for Magneton. Whew, yeah, we definitely don't outspeed this Kadabra. Not even close. We do tank a Psybeam. Okay. Do we one-shot the Flareon? We do. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too brutal. I think we can use 3 rare candies before Lorelei, which puts us at 58. I feel like we're gonna be a little bit dicey. I keep saying that this run, but it just is. It's very inconsistent. Machoke is not the most dependable Pokemon here. Not in battle, at least. In real life, he's a real bro. He'll be with you no matter what. But in battle, he's turning out to be very hit and miss. Oops. Thinking about if we need to train at all. I could train 2 levels if I really wanted to in Victory Road. That'd make us 60 going into the Elite Four, and probably 65 for Champ Battle. Yeah, let's do that. That feels like it's going to be necessary. And I have enough Super Repels to do so. All right, let's fight a couple of trainers then. I really didn't want to, but I think it's going to end up becoming necessary. Although I will have an extra rare candy here, actually. But I think what we need to do then is to fight this trainer the trainer I sometimes run into, I'll just run into our on purpose this time. And then maybe also the fighting guy. Yeah, because we don't really have great damage on that guy. I mean, he's fine, but we just need 2 levels, so we don't need a ton. Okay. Yeah. I figured out my run. I was just buffering there for a second while I was figuring out the trainers I want to fight. So I think I want to fight this last here, and then maybe both of the last trainers. I think should be the best. Experience yield. That should get us 2 levels. That might make a difference for the champion battle. Because I actually don't mind if I run into her, I'm just going to stay on the bike. Go make noodles, Cosmic. I hope they're fantastic. They're delicious. Rock Slide the Parasect. Low kick the Dugong. And low kick the Chansey. Okay. I do think I need both of these trainers to get to my level I want. Okay. Body Slam, I guess. Crab Hammer, Body Slam. Dig. Ooh, we actually have speed? Wow. We have speed through Tentacle. That's nice. You don't one-shot the Tentacle? Body Slam. He's about to Skull Bash, so I can use Dig to get around that. And this last, or Cool Trainer, excuse me. Address you by your proper name here. And Body Slam. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. So that was the Cool Trainer female on the first floor. The other one I often run into, and then the 2 last trainers. Was there any other trainers I fought? No, just those ones. That's not too bad. I'll happily... I was supposed to get on my bike there. Okay, I do think that's totally worth it for a little bit more dependable Elite Four time. Then we can talk about the tier list, because I didn't actually do that at the beginning. Got ahead of myself, because I was trying to make up for being late to stream. Oops. Woo. Okay. Let's use 3 rare candies going into the Elite Four now. 1, 2, 3, and then as soon as I get a good chance to, I'll use the one of the last ones. If I can use both, I will, but... Alright, here we go. I have Mimic, I have Rest. I don't know if they'll be super handy. We'll kind of see how this goes. Okay. We should just low kick the Dugong. He starts using Rest. It's going to actually prioritize Rest a little bit more because of the typing, I believe. It's not going to always use it, but it will use it slightly more. Low kick twice on the Cloyster. It flinched. And then I missed, but it flinched. We got the flinch. There we go. Slow Bro, the slowest of bros. He used Psychic on turn 1. If he doesn't do that, we are in a much better place. Oh, however, our special drop does mean that we outspeed the Jinx. That's pretty great. Oh, no! The Para! We actually almost won that one on the first attempt. If it wasn't for Para, we would have gotten the last hit. The problem... So, I could mimic Amnesia from... I just straight up missed the first turn. I could mimic Amnesia from Slowbro. That's a strategy I often like to use. But, unfortunately, he's only going to use Psychic or Amnesia here. So this bro is going to be very scary. He's going to be setting up or dealing damage. The best chance we can get is actually just to inflict Para as quickly as we can. We won't outspeed Jinx then. We're not far off. She doesn't have any actual psychic moves though. So probably not too terrible of a thing. Body Slam might one-shot there too, quite frankly. Flinch, nice. Okay. Yeah, Lorelei's not too bad at 60. Not perfect, but not too bad. I think totally manageable, which is kind of where we want to live. Just perfectly average. Okay. In fact, we actually didn't need, because of our pretty minimal training on the bike route, I don't think we even need the ether. We have an extra elixir. Dig is still technically better for rock types. Except Onyx can also use dig. Curse you. Alright. Body Slam here probably because he can double team and X defense. Okay, wow. Alright. Knock it off. Hitmonchan. Fun fact, Hitmonchan is the only battle in which you can get frozen and de-thawed in the same battle without switching or using items. Oh! The crit. We actually lost to the hiker. Okay, dig is still the best here. He dug a hole, so I'm gonna dig a hole. Okay. Body Slam, Para, Fire Punch, Body Slam. Body Slam, Mega Kick, Body Slam. Yeah, this is going much more as I expected. Dig, he doesn't have dig anymore, so I can just freely go for dig. Oh, he survived. A low kick. Body Slam. Leer. Body Slam. Submission. Woo! A little spicy. Bruno spicy. I hate when that happens. That's not great. Usually he's just a hiker. He actually gets mentioned by name for this playthrough. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I think that was actually a good place to... No, it wasn't quite a good place to level. This might be a better place to level. Okay, I could mimic... Substitute here. Might be worth it to do so. Oh! Wow, okay. That's some terrible luck. That's really bad. Okay. I mean, we're doing good damage. That was a crit. That's the psychic I was worried about. Okay. Let me think this through here. Low kick at this point, I don't think is... Oh, no. But it is kind of useful against... Let me check the damage of Rock Slide on... Oh, no, we won't Rock Slide for... Aerodactyl and Gyarados the next fight anyway. We're not in a good situation here. Alright, we can one-shot the Gengar. I can't believe I missed the Rock Slide so many times against this Golbat. No, we do have a good chance to actually take that out. And we knock out Arbok without a crit. All good news here. And if it goes for Dream Eater, I think we one-shot. That was a crit, but I think we still one-shot because his defense is quite low. Okay. Mimic doesn't make a ton of sense to use there. It's a possible strategy, but we actually have good ranges on everything. We just can't get hit by Psychic from the last Gengar. Okay. Hey, Esme, how you doing? It's 3 a.m. for you. Machamp is so goofy looking in this. He's always a little goofy looking, let's be honest. I missed turn 1 Rock Slide. Okay, that's decent. I think Body Slam into Rock Slide, though. Body Slam the Dragonair. Okay, that's really unfortunate we got parried, like, right away. How does our Rock Slide do against Aerodactyl here? Yeah, we're not going to even close to outspeed that anyway. This is a little rough. This is a little rough. I'm glad we got the extra couple of levels because I think that we still have only 2. Well, we have 3 rare candies. So we could go to 63 here if we wanted to. I didn't do the body slam first thing again. Okay, missed a hyper beam. That's great. Awesome. Wrap. Okay, that's not too bad because we have speed. Tank a wing attack. We missed the rock slide. And I think that's where we get knocked out. Okay. I want to see my damage. Your stomach hurts but you can't sleep. Oh, Esme, I'm sorry. That's not a good time. We can keep you company, though. Hopefully that makes you feel better. Okay, knockout on Gyarados. Critical hit on that Dragonair. Love to see that. Body slam, wrap. Not a huge deal. Wrap's okay. Body slam. Okay, now we can tank 1 hit from wing attack. Lovely. Rock slide. Okay. That's terrible. That's about the worst news we could get. Literally living on a sliver. Let's try one more. I might have to use the 3 rare candies right now. That's not a great situation. I didn't do the body slam first thing. That's okay. Worked out. Okay. That was a crit also. Very rude, but we survived. And we crit the other Dragonair to make up for it. If it goes for fly, we're in kind of a bad spot. Oh, we're not even close to a one-shot range. Haha, it's parried. He went for the heal. Okay. Rock slide. We're going to have to tank a hit from Dragonite too. Or it could miss. All of its moves have a good chance to miss, but... Okay. Executive decision. We're going to have to use the 3 rare candies here. It actually might make sense to use the iron from the Cinnabar Pokemon Mansion. But just for the Aerodactyl, honestly. I don't have it this time, so I can't speak to it exactly, but... Missed the Hyper Beam. Okay, this is beautiful. This is exactly what we want to see next time. Parrot, fully paralyzed. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Rock Slide. Not quite the range. Not quite the range. Crit the Blizzard. If he doesn't crit Blizzard, we honestly might have a shot to survive it because they're not going to be super strong. Dragonite is not as good of a special attacker as it is physical. Since it looks like we might not have the range, I'll try it one more time here. For Aerodactyl just without any setup. We might need to go Body Slam first into Aerodactyl as well, which really scares me. Okay, we do have a shot. We have a shot. Okay. That's risky. And he crits the Fire Blast. That's risky. Let's try it one more time. I want to kind of see what we're working with here. Because if we need to, I could go like 2 more levels higher in Victory Road, and I could get the Power Plant Candy. And that would get us 68 right here, which would be slightly better and maybe set us up for a little bit more success here. If I get it again right here, the one shot, except he's going to knock us out. On this one, if I get the one shot on Aerodactyl, I think we're close enough. Otherwise, next time I'm going to plan for 68 here, which is a bummer, but I think it's what we got to do. Just because this Aerodactyl needs to go down in 1 hit. Because it's a huge problem. We're not going to outspeed it. And like we could, at full health, maybe tank 2 wing attacks, but needing 2 wing attacks is not a good situation. It did go down. 2 out of 3. I'm liking those odds. We do have a 2-shot here. And the special moves don't do that much. Okay. I would like to try 65. It feels really aggressive, but I think that we got to go for it because it's going to add like 3 minutes to do extra training, go to the power plant. And at 65, it feels doable. I definitely am going to need rest here. Over what, though? I think I could put rest over rock slide. Because I don't think I need rock slide for anything on this team. So I think I want dig and body slam and low kick. I think. I could mimic slash, but that feels a little bit not great. Oh, but he doesn't know what to do here, so he could actually waste his time, although... Oh, we missed it! I was like, the only chance we have is a Kinesis, I think, on Alakazam. Alright, I'm going to lock in rest over rock slide. I'm going to lock that in because I think that is the right move. Sean had beans for dinner. How does Sean know? Do you think you could counter an electrically charged 50 cal? Is that what you mean? Caliber? Cal? He's speeding towards your head? Absolutely not. Okay. Is he always going to go for slash? Not always. We did immediately get poisoned, which really stinks. That is a guaranteed one-shot, basically, right there. I could rest off the poison, actually. So the poison doesn't really matter. Leech Seed matters, though. Leech Seed is obnoxious. There's the para. Nice. This is going to stall out this battle quite badly. Wow, especially if I sleep for this long. Chuck, wake up! Chuck, come on. Chuck, you died to the Executor. Oh no. 2 psychic types in a row is pretty brutal. So I could get really lucky and not take very much damage at all from Sand Slash. That increases my chances here a little bit. Trying to get the para. Nice. There we go. Because we're a 3-hit on Body Slam. Okay, so we can just go for Body Slam here. Psybeam, we might survive at full health. Nope, not a crit. Not a crit. We don't. Okay. So we're level 66 after the Sand Slash. That... Executor might be an easier thing at a higher level, but... I mean, I could bring Fire Blast into this fight. That feels crazy. But, like, maybe? That is technically something I can do here. Oh, yeah. So this time, I'm definitely too low to take any damage. So I need the Kinesis. Okay, into Body Slam. All right. Then we rest here because he's going to Hypnosis, probably. He's going to prioritize Hypnosis whenever he can. His special is much higher than his defense. So I don't know if it's really worth... If I got really lucky and he didn't use Leech Seed early, maybe, but... He's also getting really lucky with Hypnosis. Okay. Yeah, the Executor is going to take some time. This is not going to be fast. Interesting. Okay. This is definitely a concern. He keeps hitting Hypnosis. What is this? Has he hit every Hypnosis so far that we've seen? He's always going to prioritize it. I want to try Fire Blast. It feels crazy. Oh, I didn't even get Fire Blast. So my bag was full. Ah, never mind then. Never mind. No Fire Blast. Maybe we just get better luck this time, right? Have you tried killing him with a hammer? Executor Special Bulk is how people imagine Chansey's Special Bulk. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem. Parrot, nice. Earthquake. Body Slam, okay. Body Slam, let's go! Psychic. We don't survive a Psychic. We don't. That was a good thing to know. We don't survive Psychic. Psy Beam, maybe? Psychic, no way. Ooh, leftover pizza is always good, Annie. It's one of the best leftover foods. We took a lot of damage there. Okay. Fail a Kinesis, please. You nailed the Kinesis. Oof. You can do it, Annie. Remember your training. I love that, Sean. Fury Swipes is the perfect thing we want to see. Not Slash, Fury Swipes. It actually survived a 3-hit. That's very surprising. Okay. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. The Alakazam is going to be a dice roll no matter what. Ooh, this is brutal. This is brutal. I now know what I need to do, but I just don't know if it's good enough for this fight here. Okay, I'm actually going to dig in case we didn't have enough damage on that last Body Slam. Side Beam, we might survive. Okay, we do. That's not a one hit? So without the stat, I got to go for dig. I got to go for dig there. Okay. It hit the Hypnosis. I was trying to get the para down before he could put me to sleep. I got greedy. I have to just heal first turn here. That's amazing. I don't knock out an Alakazam with Body Slam? Oh, dear. Machoke, you're not doing so hot, buddy. Oh, my gosh. Okay. That was a 5-hit, too. That was very rude. I will dig here to guarantee. And then I think I have to dig here. I mean, I'm getting some serious stat boosts. Except I can't hit anything. You missed us struggling because if we don't get the stat boost from Kinesis, we don't one-shot the Alakazam. I did not expect that. We have 201 attack. That's shocking. Ooh, crit. Okay, nice. We're really high health now. We have to go for dig then? Side Beam, we will survive as long as no crit. And dig knocks out. Okay, dig knocks out. I have to use rest. Okay. Parad. Hypnosis. Okay. With the para, that will make him slightly less consistent. Make this maybe a little bit better. Dang it, there's Leech Seed. The Leech Seed is going to heal him back up. Oh my gosh, okay. Nice. One more miss? No! We were so close! We were so close! Okay. He's fully paralyzed at least. Wake up, Chuck. Chuck, come on, buddy. No! Not to a crit from Executor. Executor is the wall! Wait, we don't OHKO it? How? I don't know. I don't know. It's a decent level, and I think it actually has DVs. for the champion battle. I'm shocked. Like, I thought it was going to be guaranteed. So we actually have to go for dig first turn in case Psychic wipes us out. If it does anything except Psychic, we can get a hit. As long as we don't miss after Kinesis. The best case is failed Kinesis, but that's pretty rare. That's pretty rare. I mean, we could go back to this battle at 68. Might give us a better range on Alakazam with Body Slam. Woo, okay. Dig, though, does the job. That's all we really need it to do. Then we need to rest here anyway. So we know it's going to go for Hypnosis first turn. I evaded the Leech Seed. Nice. Parried. Fully parried. Nice. Body Slam. Oh, we got so close to making it through without Leech Seed. It's likely just not going to happen without Leech Seed. Oh my gosh. Finally wakes up. Rest. Luckily, rest is a set number of turns. There's only 2 turns of sleep. And then wake up. Body Slam Para, please. Body Slam. Oh. No! We were so close. The Executor just won't go down. Please, just leave us alone, Executor. Oh my gosh. The 5 crit killed us to Leech Seed. The 5 hit with a crit. Oh. Is Executor garbage? Has a surviving 205 attack stat? Executor is decently bulky. It's actually pretty good. Want to go out, bud? Bandit's complaining that he wants to go outside. I've opened the door for them so now they can wander out. All right, so we can Body Slam the Sand Slash 3 times, and if we're a little low on damage... Hold up. Oh, it failed the Kinesis. Is this the perfect storm? Do I need to start the Executor battle poisoned? Is that ridiculous? That's a really tough situation to force. That's a very rare situation to happen. And I have to be like almost full health. That's crazy. No way that's the strat. I can't bank on that. Oh no, we're not even a 2-hit on. After all that, we get frozen from Cloyster. Yeah, I definitely need more levels. I need level 68, I think, for the Elite Four. Wow. I don't know what the solution here is. Genuinely confused. Huh. Okay. There's the Kinesis. Dig. Okay. I don't think the poison is worth it. The Stalin Executor is just very obnoxious. My goodness, little one. Oh, they're being crazy. Yeah, and then I have to just Body Slam and then avoid Hypnosis? Wow, this is brutal. This is brutal. Okay. Parried. Okay. Fully paralyzed. Then I missed, then hits Hypnosis. Our luck with Hypnosis is terrible. I have to rest here, and it's full health again. Wow. Wow. Do I just need like way higher level? Hey, Wyatt, welcome in. What do you guys think? What's the good solution here? I mean, part of me wants to say like toxic honestly might make this easier. Right there. We finally got it. But we'd have to give up one of our other moves, and we need the other moves. Ugh, we missed the low kick. And a crit from Ice Beam! I think we just needed like a ton more levels. This might have to be a one run and then TBD while I do some research. And come back to this in like a shorter stream in the future. Or like maybe like we can maybe run 2 different mons. Because this has me a little stumped. What's the solution here? Executor is like the biggest. I didn't expect. I knew Alakazam was gonna be an issue, and I knew this Kinesis thing was a problem. I mean, having to use Dig there isn't the greatest, but like not terrible. But the fact that his Hypnosis with Leech Seed combo is actually devastating us. I don't know what the solution is because I have to give up Dig. No, I think I know what the solution is actually. I don't want to break the. Because I could mess with the active memory of the game. And I could give us a theory here to go off of. Yeah, let's actually do that. All right, I'm gonna have to shut down the emulator real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. Gotta modify the game memory here. I have an idea. And I'll talk through it as I get to it here. Although, where did I put my... Ooh, I lost my software that I used to do this with. Where did I put that? Because I haven't used it in a minute. I have not used this in a minute. Where did I put the... I think it's in here. Yeah, there we go. There it is. I have a software called Write-On. Write-On will allow me to modify a save file. And... let's see. Party Chuck. View. Okay. So I'm going to use this to modify Chuck a little bit to make him as if we had this set I want. If instead of low kick, we kept rock slide. And then instead of dig, and rock slide we had 12. We had 1 PPO. That's what it is. And then instead of dig, we had toxic. Can't believe toxic is making another appearance already. Toxic. Okay. All right. That will safely modify our save files so we don't break the game. if I had taught Toxic to Machoke and kept Rock Slide in the place of Low Kick and give up Low Kick, that would be what this would look like. Now, if I go back to our stream, open my emulator back up, might look crazy for a second. Okay. There we go. It's back. It's back. I'm going to have to reload my stuff here, my mappers and my overlay. You can do that PX too, but I think but I also have the Write On Save Editor. Yeah, Write On Save Editor is just what I had downloaded before. MT's resetting battle plans. We will return shortly. Patience is required. Absolutely. My real time is just... I should have paused. My real time is crazy now. Let me reload our overlay. There we go. And put that toolbar back away. Open up the emulator again. Move that over here. And click back into the timer. Okay. So now I should have... Why did it not... Huh? All right, let me close everything completely down. One more time. Give me a second. I need to prove my thought process before I commit to doing a full another run like this, which is why I'm going through all of this. But let me see here. I think it was still maybe open in my overlay software, so it didn't fully redo our save file here. Yeah, it didn't. Okay. So low kick becomes a rock slide. With 1 PP up is what we had. And then dig becomes toxic. I just have to keep toxic for the very end. 0 PP ups. And then set. Okay. File. Export. There we go. That's what I didn't do. I didn't export it properly. Okay. Now I'm just fiddling with save files in different formats. Okay. Now, let's boot everything back up. Everything should be handy dandy. And now everything should be working. Let's see. If this theory works, I think that we can still get a really good time with Machoke. This would have to work, though. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to completely go back to the drawing board of what we can do with Machoke, because Executor was not at all on my radar of going to be a huge problem. I knew this was going to be tedious. I knew that Leech Seed and Hypnosis was going to be annoying. The fact that it's like 4 hits, though, plus Leech Seed on top of that, it became much worse than I thought. Okay. Let's see. Refresh my... Oh, the type cards. That's what I'm needing to refresh now. There we go. Okay, everything I think is back to how it should be. Excellent. Okay. Everything's working again. All right. There we go. Rock Slide, Toxic, everything's working. Okay, cool. So. All right, Machoke. Gotta do this, buddy. Love you too. Let's go. Hey, Dazed, welcome in. Okay, if this works, we could still get a decent time with Machoke. This has to work, though. Okay, so we gotta go Body Slam. Body Slam. I just realized that we're not gonna have Dig for the range we need, but you know what? We're just gonna have to bank on it. We're gonna have to bank on it. We're gonna have to get hit by the Kinesis then. Or just get really lucky with paralysis. We could go up to 68 maybe for a better chance there. I think 68 would make more sense. That still would be a decent time, though, I think. Ooh, okay. Yep, side beam. Wait, there was crypto scam ads like on stream here? Is that what was happening? Okay. Knock it out. 66. Psychic. That's going to be brutal no matter what, because we cannot get hit by Psychic. And most of the time we can't be hit by a Psybeam either. It has to be a failed recover, which I don't think he can actually do. I think that that's a Sabrina only AI quirk. Okay, so we're at high health. Okay. So we could get really lucky here. Let's go. Psybeam, we will survive. And we got the KO. Okay. I need to rest, so I don't get put to sleep. Because at least from high health, I can risk it. Okay. Toxic. Now he's poisoned. We have to survive until the end. Please, Chuck. You can do this. Chuck, wake up now. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. I think we're in the realm of possibility now, though. We are in the realm of possibility. I could have bumped Machoke's level up to 68, but I don't think it would matter too much for this scenario, but I do think I'm going to make sure to do that for next time. Which means I want to be up to 59 pre-league, and then I want to go get the extra rare candy, and then I want to go up to 62 going into the Elite Four. I could just do 63 going into the Elite Four, and then have 2 rare candies go up to 68 after. Or just save all the rare candies, and we might get an extra level out of it. Failed Kinesis, and we got the crit. Okay, awesome. He's gonna use Hypnosis, so we can negate the Hypnosis. There's the Leech Seed. Okay. Toxic. Fail Hypnosis. Nope, he hit the Hypnosis. Okay. Chuck, you gotta wake up, buddy. You gotta wake up, buddy. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. We're awake. We're alive. We can just keep resting, actually. Rest again. Okay, we wake up. And there's the poison. Okay, cool. I think we rest again here on Magneton. Because we do have a problem here, which is without low kick, we don't have a chance to flinch. Rock Slide, unfortunately, in Gen 1 does not have a chance to flinch. And we don't have Dig for Magneton either, which isn't great. As long as I was about to say, as long as we don't get parried. Let's just check our damage here. Stop. That did not look like it was going to be a 2-hit. As long as we're close, I think we're within the realm. This is fascinating, though. Let's see if we can get this to work. If not, though, yeah, Machoke might need just a different strategy than I expected. We're up to 68 resets with Machoke. Man, Machoke. You are struggling, buddy. I mean, we could try the Fire Blast technique. I just don't think that's really going to be smart. I just don't think it's going to be worth it. Because if we had kept Fire Blast, we could use that for Executor and for Cloyster. But where we have super effective damage already for Cloyster. Oh! We didn't knock out even with a badge boost there. Whoa! Okay, yeah. Ever sacrifice your family for a Big Mac? I like a Big Mac, but it's not... I don't think it's my favorite thing from McDonald's. I think my favorite thing is those spicy McChickens. That's always been, ever since I was in high school. That's always been my go-to. Dang it. Methinks more levels needed. 100% more levels needed, but if we can't even make this work with somehow, we're going to need a lot of levels. Which is a bad time. Because, like, I think 3 levels are not going to change the outcome of this too much. We might need, like, 10 levels. And that's just a bad time. We survived. We survived a psychic just to get hit by another one. I think this might still need to be the strategy, just at like a much higher level, which would change our tactic quite a bit. And if that's the case, I'll probably... Nope. Yeah, 75 plus. I think, honestly, yeah, I need to aim for 75 for the next one. At least 73. At least. Just to be able to deal out more damage to Executor. Because having dig for... what do you call it? Magneton. Is kind of necessary. But... yeah, because Toxic's only really for Executor. So if I don't need to do that, I just want to check my damage on Cloyster. I just want to get to Cloyster, check the damage, see what we're working with. So if we can at least do that. All right, we crit anyway. Okay. We're already asleep. Barrage. Barrage. Oh, no crit barrage, please. When you crit in Gen 1, every single subsequent hit is also crit. Nice, okay. We got a free Toxic there, where we got to rest again immediately. Okay. So we're just going to spam rest until his Executor goes down. Okay, we got hit by the Thunderbolt, but not too bad. Body slam we missed. Honestly, let's just rest up. Get rid of that para. We will still have our speed cut. That Thunderbolt hurts. Yeah, I think that we need to like totally change our strategy around. Go for like level 73 to 75. Which means that we'd have to be at least level like 68 going into the Elite Four, which means like a lot of training in Sylph, a lot of training on Bike Route, and then training in Victory Road as well. That's a bummer. That's a huge time sink too. Like, we're gonna be like D tier, CD tier with Machoke. I was hoping that we could get like B tier. It just doesn't seem like it's the case. Oh, nope. I just don't think it's the case. I wanted to see if we could just like brute force ourselves to the end, at least for this run. We might have to just call it and then redo another, put him back on the wheel and get another Machoke run, the redemption run. Because like, this is crazy. Oh, failed Kinesis. That's awesome. We can just Toxic first turn then, because if we get put to sleep, that's not too bad. At full health. Ah, you got an early Leech Seed. I don't love that. All right, Chuck, wake up now. You've been asleep for like 5 turns. Come on. You can only be a max of 7. You're going to go all the way to the max, aren't you? All the way to the max turn. Yeah, he went all the way to the max turn. Wow. Okay. Actually don't think it'd be possible, and that hurts because how do you get 75 plus levels in Pokemon Yellow? A ton of training, a ton of extra training, because these later levels require so much experience that like we already fought several people in Victory Road to get this level. So like we could get maybe another 2 levels by fighting a bunch of people in Victory Road, and then like maybe I don't know, end late game like maybe 2 levels by beating everybody in Sylph. So that's only 4 levels. We need 10 levels. So that's bike route as well, and it's also probably Route 15 and more trainers and more gyms. Which stinks because we don't have great training in Sabrina's gym or in Koga's gym, honestly. Like, that's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal. That's some serious time added. But that might just be where we have to be. I thought our great coverage might carry us, but I just don't think we got it. I don't think he's got what it takes. Even with 100 base attack, Machoke is just not it. That's crazy. Well, I'll give this like a couple more tries, but... Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll say this is last try right here. And we might just have to call it for this run and do a full nother stream of this, because I got to totally rework this. I did not expect, of all things, Executor. Because, like, this isn't optimal, right? Like, this isn't ideal. I got so many badge boosts I outsped. That's crazy. That's some serious badge boosting now. Not that it matters too much for Executor, because... now we just are so inaccurate. There's the Toxic, okay. He hit the Hypnosis. Why is he hitting so many Hypnosis? I feel like I could never hit this. Just lock in. The thing with Pokemon Gen 1 is if you're totally not approaching it with the right strategy or right level, there are moments in Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red that are just genuine, Red less so, Pokemon Yellow specifically, that are just genuinely impossible. Like, unfortunately, you just can't. He used the rare full restore. We gotta see that. That's a very rare. I think for that to happen, his Pokemon have to be in the red. They have to have a status, and it's only still then I think a 20% chance. That's actually pretty rare to see that full restore. They were really kind with how they coded Blue's full restore right there. The chances, like, yeah, the chances of a very steep battle going, like, you know, working in any way in Pokemon Yellow are pretty rough. I mean, our attacks do a lot when we do hit. Hey, it's pretty lucky. Hey, that was more than half, but that was with badge boosts. No way. Do we have what it takes to possibly make... Wait, he's only going to use Reflect. Oh my gosh, he's only going to use Reflect. Can we get a Toxic down? The Reflect means that my... There we go. My Rock Slide does very little, probably. Still decent. Still decent. We got it. We got it. We got it. What the heck? It worked. What? Chuck was done. Chuck was like, get me out of here. Wow. What were the chances? We had 2 accuracy like debuffs, meaning that we had only a 50-50 of hitting any of those moves. Actually less, because Rock Slide is only 90%, so we only had a 45% chance to hit those Rock Slides. And we hit them back-to-back on Cloyster. We hit back-to-back again on Flareon. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so who's up for the second run? Not tonight. We do need to do one. He's going to go back on the wheel. Machoke's going to go back on the wheel. Because we do need another run. I don't think it's a good idea to do this less than at least level 70. I could see it 70 being possible with this strat. This isn't a good strat. It would be possible 73 or 75 with the other strategy. Yeah. Bro Chuck finally locked the fucking... oh, excuse me. Locked the frick in. That's why Machamp got no guard, folks. GG's empty. Thank you, Cosmic. Thank you, Cosmic, for supporting. That was a final time with a bunch of shenanigans, fixing the save file, 1 million resets, 77 resets, 2 hours and 21 minutes real time. That was really over what we really spent, but still, 2 hours and 21 minutes, 22 seconds, 77 resets at level 66 with a playtime of 4 hours and 57 minutes. Literally more resets than levels. Oh, wow. That was some serious, like, that was very weird. MT has to turn in for the night in order to partake in the world's greatest pastime, kiss wife. That's wild, Nanny. Betty's not even here, but I do have to actually go run and grab some groceries for tomorrow that I'm supposed to do before she gets home from work. Which is why another run would put us way too late for that, unfortunately. For now, Machoke is F tier. Machoke in L tier. Machoke in Bruno tier. You can go spend some time with Bruno. Man, oh. That was unexpected, though. She'll still go kiss wife. Greatest pastime. Agreed, but when she gets home, obviously, Annie. But yeah, that was insane. Well, let's go ahead and look at the tier list and kind of talk about what we think could happen for next time. Since I didn't get to show this much at the beginning of stream. This does put us literally bottom of the F tier, right, barely ahead of Zubat. Which is crazy we still beat Zubat. But we did technically still beat Zubat. Terrible experience of a run. So we need to definitely get at least level 73 to 75. It's going to be the fastest way because the toxic rock slide strat, once you get hit by Kinesis, it's going to be very inconsistent. And we're not going to outspeed the Alakazam at any reasonable level whatsoever. We might never outspeed that Alakazam without badge boosts. So we can't bank on... I mean, we might be able to survive a Psychic at a higher level, like level 73, 75. We might be able to survive a Psychic, but that would mean that we couldn't take a lot of damage from Sandslash. But Sandslash is going to hit us at least twice. So even at a higher level, I don't think we two-shot the Sandslash. He has good defense. So maybe we could try a run where I do Fire Blast against Sandslash in order to get a 2-hit into Dig on Alakazam for the 1-shot, and then try to Fire Blast the Executor. We might need 2 more runs to kind of experiment a little bit still, because, like, I don't know how to get this thing even better. I can go watch Scott, I think, has done a run with Machoke as well. Do some research. Victory Dance Machamp would be insane. Fighting type moment, 100%. Thank you, Cosmic. Remember to like, sub, join the Discord server, check out the merch, and pray for Machoke. 100% pray for Machoke. Victory Dance is physical quiver dance. It boosts your speed and both physical stats. Yeah, we would actually rock this game. Even with, frankly, with... I mean, even Meditate, because of how bad, like, Gen 1 works. But if we just had more damage for Executor, because we could set up on Sandslash, even just with Meditate, just boost our attack stat, we could be fine. The fact that we get no stat boosting, no setup, no, like, status moves, like, it's really brutal. We just don't do enough damage to make it work. If we do Weedle, we gotta use save states. Otherwise, the run is gonna take longer than a successful Ironman attempt. Yeah, that's why it's in the impossible tier, because I intentionally don't use save states for my runs. And without save states, Weedle's just, for humans, not really possible. Like, kind of technically, but like not within a stream, because this format is for a stream, right? Like, that's what this is built for. So Weedle is gonna stay in the impossible tier. I might do a stream for fun of Weedle at some point, just to, like, let it have a shot. But yeah, A literal baby bird beat Machoke. Let that sink in. Yeah. Pidgey beat Machoke. Pidgey beat Machoke. I don't think Pidgey's first run was no, that was Pidgey's first run, the 203, right? So Pidgey's first run was not as bad as Machoke. Wow. Wow, that's rough. Wow. Meditate would probably be enough. I meant like in modern games, if you gave Champ Victory Dance, it wouldn't catch up to Power Creep, but it'd be a lot closer. Yeah, and I love Machamp. I wish it was better. I honestly wish it was better. A Metal Ball beat Machoke. True. Dwarves in D&D live like 300 years, and it's completely possible that they would grow old before they beat Weedle. 100%. Weedle is going to stay impossible tier. Caterpie, Kakuna, and Metapod, I don't know if I said it in that order, are genuinely impossible. Magikarp is impossible as far as we know. Like, as far as, even if you're taking into account the University of Magikarp at level 15 that has Dragon Rage, it's still impossible. Ditto is not impossible. It's really, really bad, and it may not ever fit in a stream. I might need to actually prep a few runs before I do a stream of it, and it'd still be like a 4, 5, 6 hour stream. But maybe it would be possible, and it would go into the F tier. One day Weedle and Ditto are gonna eventually get a stream, I believe. The L tier empty. Do we need, because I was thinking of, like, we do eventually need another tier, I think, because these are gonna start stacking up a lot. We've already got 10 Pokemon in A and B tier. So, like, eventually there's gonna be too many Pokemon in each tier. We probably do need to add another tier as we add more and more to this list, because we're like almost halfway through, but we have a lot of Pokemon left that we do need to add to the tier list. So maybe we could create an L tier to replace, like, below, like, the 2 hours plus, and then we could expand some of the middle tiers, because I do think that Pidgey and Magnemite might eventually be able to escape Magnemite. The other strategy I have means more levels, which might still put it over 2 hours. Might get better than that, but I don't know if I can get it out of 2 hours, 2+ hours. Create the L tier for Machoke and the no thank you, have a nice day tier for the rest. I love that. I love that a lot. Yeah, so we'll have to have a retry for Machoke. But we will have him on the wheel still, and we will still spin the wheel. We won't necessarily do Machoke next week. We'll be back on the wheel at some point in the future. We'll retry Machoke. So I think that is the best. Let me marinate on the idea for a little bit. Let it sink in. See if I can experiment a little bit with Machoke and we can get a decent run in the future. Because I would love to get into the B tier. Because I think Machoke is capable of it. Of, like, maybe CB tier, maybe? But man, that is rough. Speaking of which, we got to spin the wheel before we end today. I think this wheel is actually from last week, so it still has Machoke on it, which would be perfect. Yeah, it still has Machoke, so this is perfect. This is perfect. We'll reuse this. Spin the wheel. Let's do it. Spin that wheel. Spin the wheel. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, boy. I think Annie's going to have to pick the name for the next Pokemon. Because this is going to be a good one. We've got Dragonite. Dragonite for the next one. That is awesome. Oh, he's huge. Dragonite, why are you so huge? I don't have a good sprite for him, but he can just hang out with us like this. Hey, buddy. For fun, please. Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite would be crazy. Got the boy wife. Annie, this is for you. Oh, he's huge. Why are you surprised? I mean, he was like the early episodes Lighthouse Ocean Dragonite size, if you know the reference. Dragonite's going to be really quite good. The stats alone are amazing. And I think it has a pretty diverse learn set. Oops. So I pop up that window in the way. I know Dragonite stats pretty well. Oop. Does that pop up too many things? Gen 1 learn set. I'm kind of curious what we got to work with Dragonite. But I think it's going to be quite good. Wrap, Leer, Thunderwave, Agility. I know we start with the Thunderwave Wrap thing, which isn't super fast. Oh, we don't get Mega Punch. We do get Body Slam. We get Bubble Beam, Water Gun. Oh, so we'll have Water Gun really early. That'll be good. Ice Beam, Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Dragon Rage, Thunderbolt Thunder, Fire Blast, Swift, Surf. Yeah, we got a good set of teams. The early game is going to be a little bit slow. I would not be surprised if we don't quite make it into S. Maybe we can still make it into S tier. We would not make it into the PP up tier. Not with this start with Wrap and Leer. Like, it's good. We're going to be very safe, but we're not going to be very fast. I did see that Cosmic. We were talking about it in the Discord. I like him. Like, I know that Coles and some others were not super in love with the design. I like it. I think it fits very well with like a magical dragon, like supporter type role for the team, like the vibe. So I'm kind of curious what they do for the stats. Dragonite gets like all the special moves except like Psychic. I feel like Dragonite could learn Psychic in the Gen 1 way in the same way that Lapras gets Psychic because Gen 1. Yeah. Wrap sucks against Brock, but also it's Dragonite. Yeah, we have Leer too, so like we'll be able to chip it. We spam Leer a bit and then Wrap. Absolutely, exactly. And he's got it. I love it too. So same MT. Yeah, I kind of want them to do something different with it, right? Like take it in a different direction than like Mega Salamence and stuff, right? Like give it a different role, I think. And I think the design would work for that. I started Wrapping Leer has caused me waking nightmares thanks to MT. No, it's pretty good. For Dragonite, we're going to be very bulky, very safe. Like, it's going to be great. Dragonite is like Barney and Mega Dragonite is like is Mega Barney. Yep, I can see that. I can see that. All right, guys. Well, I will wrap it up here because I still got to run to the grocery store. But we will do another run with Machoke. Machoke will stay on the wheel, but we do have a poll for members. If you want to vote on the upcoming streams, that is up on the channel now. And then we'll still be live on Saturday for Ironmon. That's the plan for now. Yeah, that's it for now. I will try to keep working on stuff on the back end and let you guys know when we got more projects going out in the wild. I found some issues with Redfire and Victory Road specifically that I wanted to fix to get that out. I've almost all of the content put together for a video about that. I need to do an actual script for it and a voiceover. But I'm going to make 2 separate videos about Redfire in the next few months. Planning all of that before the baby comes, and then we'll have to see how we can balance it all from there. Have a wonderful night, everybody. It's going to be a fantastic run next week, so stick around or keep your eyes out for next week, next Thursday, for Dragonite. And I will see you next time. Peace.